Next tonight, authorities in Ohio say the man who allegedly rammed his car into a sheriff's deputy, killing him, did so intentionally. The suspect appearing in...
Yo, my people, what's happening? What's good? Yeah, I had a video to share with you guys. See it circulating around this man that run his car and kill a policeman. I guess he's a deputy somewhere in the United States, where they say that one of these police colleagues shoot his son. So let's watch this video and tell me, guys, what you think.
Hearing in court today is the father of an 18-year-old killed in an officer-involved shooting on Thursday. The suspect charged with aggravated murder. Here's ABC's Christian Cordero.
Tonight, authorities say the shooting of an 18-year-old captured on police body cam is connected to the death of an Ohio deputy after that teen's father allegedly hit him with a car a day later. Prosecutors say the attack was calculated and premeditated. Cincinnati PD responding to reports of a stolen Kia at an apartment building Thursday morning. 4 suspects then fleeing police. Among them, 18-year-old Ryan Hinton. Body camera shows Hinton fall as he tries to run away. Police say they heard a metal clinking sound they believe was a gun.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! On your right! On your right! He's got a gun!
As Hinton emerges from behind a dumpster, authorities say another officer firing 4 or 5 shots.
The officer says that he saw the suspect point the firearm at him.
Yes.
Just 6 seconds passed between when police arrived and gunshots rang out. Officials say they tried administering medical aid. Hinton was struck twice and died. Investigators saying this gun was recovered from the scene allegedly found in Hinton's possession. On Friday, a day after that shooting and 2 hours after the Hinton family reviewed the body camera footage, according to the family's lawyer, a driver crashing a car into a Hamilton County deputy directing traffic near a commencement ceremony, killing him. The suspect, authorities say, is Ryan Hinton's father, Rodney Hinton Jr. Hinton's attorney calling the officer's death a horrific tragedy. At his first court appearance today, Hinton walked through a room packed with law enforcement. He's now charged with aggravated murder. WIT, the Hamilton County Sheriff, says the deputy's death was a tremendous loss. Hinton Jr. is currently being held on no bail.
Guys, as I'm looking at these videos and looking at what's popping and what's happening here, I think this father made up his mind. I feel like you go and you see the footage of his son and see maybe they killed his son wrongfully and telling lies on his son, in which a lot of these things happen in the state, where they're killing black men, black youth, and nothing come out of it. So here, he doesn't care. He don't care which cops. He just want to bring down one of them. Justice for his son. That's what I think.
He fired 4 times into Ryan, killing him. They did find a weapon next to his body. So the next morning, Ryan Hinton's family went to Cincinnati PD to watch the body cam footage. And what do you know? The body cam footage did not show that Ryan ever pointed a weapon at the cops. Now, Ryan's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton.
18-year-old Rodney Hinton Jr. was fatally shot by an officer responding to a stolen vehicle report. Next day, Sheriff Deputy Larry Henderson was hit by a car and pronounced unalive. Now, the car was being drove by Rodney Hinton, the father of Rodney Hinton Jr. The Ohio Sheriff deputies are investigating this incident as revenge for what happened to Rodney Hinton Jr. But the looks that he received when he went to court. Now, they denied his bail, but they had 30 police officers in the courtroom staring him down, letting him know how they truly feel about him. Now, allegedly, they're saying that Rodney Hinton Jr. was fatally shot by one of the officers because he pointed a pew-pew at one of them. You also got some people out there that believe Rodney Hinton lost it when his son was unalive and took matters into his own hands. It's going to be very interesting to see how this story plays out, since we all know what type of world we're living in. Do you believe what Rodney Hinton did was justified?
I know it looked like law enforcement or police that showed up to that court hearing for Rodney Hinton, but it's really not. It's the Triple K Mafia and skinheads showing up to a public lynching execution the same way that they did back in the 20s and 30s. I mean, just look, out of the 6 people shown right here, 1, 2, 3 of them got their head shaved. And I know people gonna say, I got my head shaved too, but there's never been a black organization that hated white people and identified themselves by shaving all the hair off of their head. In 2006, so this article was dated in 2016 and it said it was 10 years ago. 2006, the FBI warned of white supremacists in law enforcement, and has anything changed? So this is not a new phenomenon. This is not something that's not known to the federal government and other law enforcement agencies throughout the country. What's the best way to get a stronghold on the people that you hate than to have a position of power in the neighborhoods that they live in? It's common sense. It's brilliant if you really want to think about it. You mean I get to carry a gun in the neighborhoods of the people that I hate, and I get to shoot at them and not face no consequences behind it, maybe even get promoted behind it? That's a no-brainer. Sign me up. Skinheads. I mean, that's not a show of solidarity. That's not a show of support. That's a sign of, I can't stand who you are and I hate you. Look at the way he's looking. That's pure hate. And I can guarantee you that hate has been festering for years and years and years. That ain't no from yesterday hate. That's 20, 30, 40, 50 years worth of hate right there on his face. So when these types of things keep happening, people getting hurt, people getting abused, people getting lied on, people getting shot and killed and all that stuff by law enforcement, understand that is not law enforcement. Those are white supremacist organizations with a costume of law enforcement, backed by the immunity that they are provided by being law enforcement. It's a win-win for them. They get to do what they love, and they get to not face any charges behind it.
A man was arrested after allegedly fatally running over a child, a 10-year-old black child. Put it up full mask. This is Mississippi. A man is facing a felony charge in connection with a deadly ATV wreck. Yeah, an ATV wreck that left a 10-year-old Jordan Hill dead. Cody Rillison has been charged with possession of marijuana and felony leaving the scene of an accident. He was arrested the same day he allegedly hit and killed Jordan Hill while he was driving his pickup truck. The individual has since received a $41,000 bond. That was very surprising, a $41,000 bond. The wreck occurred April 6th. Hill, 10, was on an ATV when witnesses say he was hit by Rollison's truck. WLBT3 News spoke with the Hill family spokesperson, Marquel Bridges, who told them, quote, Jordan was simply riding his ATV on the side of the road, not in the road, not causing harm, just being a child. A racist white man took it upon himself to take Jordan's life. This was not a misunderstanding. This was not an accident. This was a hate crime. Now, I also want to mention, we have not independently verified the context of that statement, but that statement was said on the local news by someone who said this is what happened. And the local news interviewed that individual, assuming proper vetting. So we have a statement from the spokesperson of the family. Once again, the following allegation could not be independently verified, but this is the statement the spokesperson made on Facebook, writing, quote, nothing less than vehicular homicide, manslaughter, or murder will suffice. A racist white man killed 10-year-old Jordan Hill while he was riding his ATV on the side of the road, not in traffic, not causing harm. Being a child, he was a baby, a child. And yet this killer walked out of jail on $4,000 bail after taking his life. Why hasn't anyone contacted Jordan's family? Why hasn't this man been charged correctly? Where is the justice? He left the scene, hit and run, hate crime, call it what it is. He came back for his mirror. He didn't have the human decency to stay with this baby while he took his last breath. Called 911, nothing. He tried to cover up his crimes, had marijuana in his truck, driving on suspended license. Leaving the scene is not enough. Possession of marijuana is not enough. Say his name, demand accountability. Now, he's saying $4,000 bail because The bond set at $41,000. If you pay through a bonding company, you usually pay between 10% to 15% of that bond. Prior to that, Bridges had posted, quote, "This is Cody Rollinson." Okay. The guy who ran over and killed, murdered 10-year-old Jordan Hill. The guy that did not stop. The guy that did not leave skid marks on the road to try to stop. Nobody can convince me that he didn't try to murder this 10-year-old black baby on purpose, seeing his house, seeing these Confederate racist flag, and what's really in his heart. He murdered Jordan Hill on purpose, never stopped, never went to check on him, only went back to get his light for his truck. Never checked on this black baby. He had weed in his truck. He was driving on a suspended license. He should not be free. We're demanding justice. We're demanding transparency and accountability. We're demanding you lock him up. Do something about this before it's in the hands of the people, end quote. All right? Once again, we cannot independently verify that information. However, we can verify that it did come from the spokesperson of the family. They put that on social media. There are many social media posts claiming Hill was killed in a hit and run accident. WLBT has not been able to confirm those claims. WLBT News reached out to the Amite County Sheriff's Office for information, but have not yet received a response. And the reason why the local news cannot independently confirm it is because the police are doing the same thing to them that they are doing, obviously, to the family, not providing any additional information. I have a serious question about why in the hell do you get a $41,000 bond for killing a child and you are at fault, meaning you engaged in some other illegal activity? If any of this is true, if you were driving with a suspended license, if you had felony amount of marijuana in your vehicle while driving, okay? If these things are true, if any of them are true, you should definitely never have received a $41,000 bond. So I got a question about that myself. We're going to stay on top of this story. In the meantime, and I have an update for you next week. In the meantime, we want to support Jordan Hill's family. It's so sad. This young baby had to endure this. It's so sad this family is having to endure it now. But anything we can do to lighten the load, let's do it. So there's a GoFundMe set up. Support Jordan Hill's grieving family. You can go there. They have a very modest goal. I'm sure we can overcome that modest goal. I hope we raise way more over this weekend than what they're asking for. Let's lighten the load as much as we can. All right.
Now look at this sad story. My heart goes out to the family. You know what I'm saying? Because this kid, 10 years of age, try to be a little kid, enjoy himself, man. And because of these red neck little, you know what I'm saying, take away the little man life like that. And nothing they want to come out of is charging for weed. You see what's going on in America? These people do not care about other people. They don't think about them like animals. Let's look at this, guys, because this is the reason why I put this video right here. If you come so far, thank you very much to watch. You get what I'm saying? Continue. Because this is what happened in America. There's a lot of black male, but it's also police unalive, white police, and they do all these things and nothing came out of it. I feel this is the reason why this guy take matters in his hand and do it. This guy know nothing gonna come out of it. That's why he take up things in his hand and do it justice for his son.
Please go. So I just got done watching the video of Ryan Hinton being shot by police officers, and I'm even more convinced now that Rodney, his father, did the right thing. The initial report by the police officers is that Ryan pointed a gun at one of the officers, but the body cam footage shows something completely different and doesn't show a gun at all. So that leads me to believe that there's the potential that there might have been evidence tampering. That gun might have been planted. They're saying that there was a semi-automatic pistol found next to his body with an extended magazine, along with an additional magazine on the ground, or an additional magazine on his person. And Rodney didn't go unalive, this police officer, until after he saw the body cam footage. If I saw body cam footage that contradicted what the initial report said, and I have reason to believe that there was malicious intent by the police officers, it's hunting season. And I think every police officer, specifically the racist ones, have just been put on notice.
No, there were no indications at any point that he tried to break, stop, or otherwise avoid Deputy Henderson.
An Ohio man has been charged with aggravated murder after police say he struck a sheriff's deputy with a car. Prosecutors say the case is linked to another killing the previous day.
This is a most unusual case.
On Thursday, a Cincinnati police officer fatally shot an armed 18-year-old as he ran from what police described as a stolen car. Authorities say Ryan Hinton was one of 4 men who were fleeing after officers found them in the car. An officer says it appeared to him that Hinton pointed a gun at him, but the officer's body camera footage does not clearly capture the moment. The officer who shot Hinton has not been publicly named. Police said they recovered a handgun they say Hinton had been carrying. It had not been fired, according to the Cincinnati police chief.
Ryan was a sweet, gentle giant. We as black people, we don't deserve to be killed just because we're running away from the police.
Being in a stolen car, having a firearm, firearms, we're in Ohio, so you can open carry in Ohio. So that's not a death penalty.
The next day, his father, Rodney Hinton Jr., became distraught while watching police body camera footage of the killing. His family attorney told the Cincinnati Enquirer. Hours later, prosecutors allege Hinton purposefully struck and killed long-serving Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson as he was directing traffic at a commencement.
I don't think he was a cop killer. I think he was not in his right mind. And I think he should be treated like any other mentally ill person that commits a crime under the auspices, control, and authority of a mental defect in a condition. That's what we have in this case.
You see that guy? He's being eyeballed by these dumb cops because he killed a cop because that cop unalived his son. And this guy says, I don't care, I'm going to jail, but I did what I had to do, an eye for an eye. You imagine that? I would do the same thing. This guy gets a thumbs up in my book. Yep. Especially those cops that are trying to intimidate him. Fuck those cops.
Love Cup TV.
Right! That's serious.